What is this church they think everybody's talking about? I don't know anything about it other than that today it's that day, the day of the church rather. So hello there and good morning. My name is Douglas. Let me test my microphone first. Making sure it's working properly. And yeah, my name is still Douglas. And today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna be playing some delicious. The heck is the name of that? The Council. It's a game I started playing a little while ago and I never got to finish, but today we do. How about that? Also, hello there, 104. You say, oh no, you can only watch for like 20 to 25 minutes. Well, that's not gonna be enough to see the entire ending of this thing. But no worries. I think you don't have to worry. But anyway, how are you doing today in this very special day of the church? Why is it special, Doug? I don't know. I wanted it to be special. That's why I said so. Doesn't mean it has to be. Does not mean it truly is. I have just said it is in the hopes that it would have been a special day. But as people said, wishing for something doesn't make it true. So who knows even. Let's enter the manor, I suppose. The 104 says, I have a headache and you're hungry, but you don't think you have time to eat something. Before what? Why would you not have the time to do the stuff you want to do? Oh, there you go. Save game 1 is chapter Farewell in the Garden. Do I get to choose the episode? Oh, I have not yet finished the game. Oh boy, have I lied. Straight up lied. This might not be the finale after all. Shit. Before Buzz leaves, I see. Also, hello there, Stu. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So, let's make a quick recap of what the hell has been going on, because it would have helped to know what's going on. So it started that me, Louis, and Mom were investigating something, looking for an artifact, probably a book. Then we found it and we escaped from this evil guy's home and thing. Then we went on our own. Then I heard that my mom went to this big island where a lot of people were meeting, and now I'm here on the island. Also, let me lower the game volume. It might be a bit too loud. We went to the evil island, and now we're here because we heard that our mother had come to this evil island, but she never returned. So we wanted to know what the heck was going on. So here we are in the evil island, or theoretically evil. So in the first episode we just, met with the characters, met part of the cast, and started to figure out where are people, because we don't know where Mother is and we were looking for her, also trying to figure out what the hell was going on and why we are here now. Oh shit. And then at the end of the episode we kind of find a secret wall, or Elizabeth dies, this girl here. Cover of the first episode, she dies, and then second episode we do a murder investigation to try and find out how she died, while we also investigate where it's mother. At the end, I don't remember what happened, but it says the maze is the last episode, and I don't remember which maze. I guess at the end of the second episode we find kind of a secret passageway to a secret room underneath the mansion that is on this island. That's it. That's all I remember. Then episode 3, Mother says not to trust Mr. Wolheim, I don't know. Mother says not to trust anyone. We finally find Mother, by the way. And she also asks that I go and retrieve some things and don't trust anyone. Then Jacques, who's this guy here in the cover of the third episode, he tries to kill a bitch and then kill himself. He tries, he doesn't succeed. It's not in my game at least. And we found out what the hell is the Conclave. The Conclave is like all these illustrious figures. They are reunited to kind of determine the fate of the world, and they want to get a huge portion of the Americas and give it off to France, or it belongs to France, so they want me to give it to America. But Napoleon and Jacques are like, hell no. And then they turn to me and say, Louis, you're a Frenchman. Talk some sense into your compatriots. Get them to do our bidding. And then we kind of go like, well, we will see what we can do. In the meanwhile, we also make friends with George Washington. And then we also learn that Emily, from chapter 2, she has a twin sister, Emma, and both of them are at the island, and Emma has gone missing, and now Emily wants to know what the heck is going on. On episode 3, we find both of them kind of fighting over stuff and trying to kill Mom. Then we kill one of the twin sisters, probably the right one, or we help them get murderized or something. And then there's another murder mystery on the mansion, but we say fuck that, and we go down to the basement with Mom to try and figure out what the hell is going on. Once we got all the things we need to open the secret door, we do open the secret door, but then I lose my hand, and then I said fuck this game, and then I reload the previous episode and do the whole thing again and open the door, but this time I do the right thing and I don't lose my hand. And then now, episode 4, Mother told me to go and find a spear, apparently the spear that pierced Jesus, and that's the only thing that can kill Lord Wolheim, because apparently Lord Wolheim is a demon or something, and it's trying to conquer the world and stuff, and here we are. That's all I remember, which, I mean, there are other things that I remember, but the gist of it is that there is a lot going on. Not all of it is good. Also, this is the maze, by the way. It's not a very complicated maze, truth to be told. I just don't remember it, that's all. And like, Team Dog, it's not a complicated maze, because you can't very well invite people over to your mansion and then,
sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur, I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Make him see sense.
Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, Derichet. Where have you been?
Trust me, it's a manipulation. Can I see the characters? Yes, I can. Lovely. So Bonaparte, he's vulnerable to etiquette and he's immune to conviction and politics. I wonder why. And that's it. He has no other weaknesses or strengths. Which helps. And also, Stu says, you're okay, thanks, just cleaning. Oh, what or who you're cleaning? I'm curious, I wanna know. Tell me all about the cleanings. So I guess I'm gonna try and manipulate him.
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Get him in a muddle. What is a muddle? Who the hell is Mortimer even? I forgot. Did I steal anything from him? Do I have anything else of value that I can give him? I also only have like one chance to do this. If I do this wrong, something bad will happen. Theoretically. Stu says, at the moment just cleaning your couch, you're guessing the muddle is mixing up words? Yeah, I think so too, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I guess muddle is diversion? Yes, it's a diversion. Although, I'm not very proficient with diversion, which means it's gonna cost me a lot of points. Can I use the Carmelite water to use this muddle for free instead of spending shit tons of points?
Remind me, who did you hear making those alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Wollner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Wollner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. Ah! So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have to report you to Lord Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur. Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Oh, you better believe I do. That was sudden and random. But luckily, I didn't lose the spear of Longinus to Bonaparte. Wonder what the hell he would even do with it. Would you look at that? I'm very far away from the thing. I guess I'm gonna go through the other room. It's faster than going through the library. But yeah, the conclave is like they reunited everyone who's here at the mansion to decide what the hell to do with on whether to what? Oh, you game. They closed off that passage. I wonder if there's events just waiting for me to pop in. That's how they can happen in the rooms towards the wharf, because I have to go to the main hall of the manor. One of us says you have to decide what earrings to use today. Get the purple ones. And as it happens, the what's it called? The conclave was about getting was like reuniting everyone to get them to side with Mr. Mortimer on. Wait, can I interact with this? I cannot. Get Mortimer to Mortimer. He wanted to get everyone onto his side to go through with the accord of giving French territory in America, like Louisiana or whatever, give it to Washington. And then they said some bullshittery about why it's important and whatnot. I didn't pay attention though. And then some people are like, sure, let's do that. Washington amongst them. But most other people are like, no, we can't agree with that. So Bonaparte was with them, but Sir Gregory, where the hell is he? Sir Gregory home, he was like, fuck no, we're not gonna do that. And then he got a lot of people to join his side. Along him was Emma or Emily Hillsborough. So Emily, I think Jacques, I think also Manuel Godoy, Von Volner, and Piaggi were against him, whereas Mortimer, Washington, and Bonaparte stood alone in that side of the deal. And then, because it wasn't unanimous, they didn't reach a decision. I also got to vote, and I vote to not go through with it. Even though Mortimer had just asked me to say, hey, Louis, when we do vote, pick my side, and I didn't pick his side. Partially because Mother told me not to trust him. And also because he looks evil as fuck. Not really, actually, but anyway. And then, now he has asked me to go around and convince everyone to join his side. Whereas I went and convinced Washington not to take his side, so now he's just him and Bonaparte, or maybe Jacques. Because Jacques does pretty much everything Bonaparte tells him to do. I think. But anyway, there seems to be a cutscene that's about to happen. Stu said big dog not ones. I don't think those are a thing, Stu. But if they were, they would be all the rage, and everyone would love them. And one of course, it's not a bad idea.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
But why? Okay, so if they wanted me to have a word with Lord Mortimer in here, why not allow me to go through the other side? Except that if they didn't want to like make two cutscenes, one of me entering from this side and one of me entering through that side.
No need to be afraid. There's nothing to worry. Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
That is?
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
Uh-huh.
She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
He's the devil. Since when have the demons been among us? They manipulate thoughts. How many of you are there?
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
Speak about certain historical events. Sure.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
The death of Christ. Sure, because that seems to be a theme here.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You weren't him, were you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras. Well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
He is, I know shit about what they're talking about.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Hence why he lives in an isolated island, and nobody sees him out of this place. How many of you are there?
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men, and to read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Rubbish! Can I use my conviction on him? Or is Mortimer immune to conviction? So far, theoretically, every character has a vulnerability or an immunity. A vulnerability is something that will always work on them, no matter what it is or who it is. Immunity means that I completely lose the argument. They are immune to that, by which it means they either care not for it, or they are far superior on that field than I am. So if I try to talk the occult with Von Volner, he'll be like, "You scrub, get the fuck out of here." Whereas if I try to divert him with occult stuff, he'll be like, "Ooh, tell me more about those occult stuffs you're talking about." So Mortimer, as of yet, I have only discovered immunities. He doesn't seem to have any vulnerabilities as far as I can tell. Everyone has one. Then 104 says bye. Well, sure thing. Goodbye then, 104. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. So Adams, she's vulnerable to questioning, to conviction. She's immune to psychology because her stories that she has been probed and prodded by psychologists her entire life, so she's kind of immune to that, I guess. And there's more vulnerabilities and or immunity should be discovered, except that she died, so I'll never discover them. Mortimer, he's immune to all the stuff I have tried on him thus far. Sarah de Richet, she's immune to occultism, but there's more to be done. And also she's a mom, so maybe that's why if I try to talk of the occult with her and try to be superior in that subject, she'll be like, "You scrub, get the fuck out of here." Emma Hillsborough, she's immune to questioning, whereas Emily, she's immune to logic, and her is vulnerable to psychologists. But one of them is dead, so who knows even. Manuel Godoy, I have barely even got a chance to talk to him, so who knows even. Von Woner, he's vulnerable to diversion, immune to occultism. Jacques Peru, he's vulnerable to everything. Precisely etiquette and psychology, because he's a soldier, so he's not very prone in etiquette. So if I tell him like, oh, you're being shameful, you're disrespecting your country and whatnot, he'll be like, oh, okay, I guess, and then he'll cower down. And there's no reason not to use vulnerabilities when you know they exist, so I didn't feel like experimenting. Hence why I never really got to discover everything else is vulnerable or immune to. Also, Silly Bear Aeon, hello there, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? My name is Douglas and we're playing the Council today. Hope you enjoyed the ride. So Gregory Home, I also didn't get a whole lot of chance to talk to him, and I don't want to, truth be told. Napoleon, he's vulnerable to etiquette, and he's immune to conviction and politics. If I try to talk to him like, no, you have to do this or that because that's the right thing to do, he'll be like, rubbish. If I try to talk politics with him and try to discuss the good of the people or whatever, he'll be like, no, France is better if without them revolutionists or whatever. You get the gist. Biaggi is vulnerable to manipulation, but he's immune to erudition. He's also a cardinal, like really close to the Pope, so go figure. That's me. So if I have any vulnerabilities or psychology or immunities, it's kind of player based. Actually, I'm very, very, very vulnerable to honey. Someone is like, hey, I'm gonna give you royal jelly. I'm like, fuck yeah, give me all of that jelly. I'll do whatever for it. So maybe that's my vulnerability. George Washington, he's immune to politics, apparently because he's been doing that his whole life. As you can see. That's why I can't really try and get the upper hand on him by talking politics. And the servants, they seem to be vulnerable to a whole lot of stuff. Go figure. And Stu says a silly bear. A silly bear Aeon says, hiya. And good, you're getting ready for work, so figure out watch and throw follow. Ah, that's mighty kind of you. I appreciate that. Also, I hope you do have a good day of work today, when you do eventually leave, but while you don't, tell us a little bit more about you. I like to know people better, so I can use my conviction to say that he is not helping people. But by using skills, I kind of spent effort points. So I don't know if I should, but I guess I'll try.
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis, demon is just a word. It all depends on what exists beneath the surface. I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. Don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in every one. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
So I tried to go and use my conviction. Where is that? My conviction against him. Convince people with the sheer force of your will and your attitude. As it happens, I'm level 1, so certain challenges have a difficulty level, and the more difficult they are, the more conviction more effort points I have to use. Level 1 means I can do conviction, but I can't very well. It's very costly to do that. But I tried, and I came across a immunity. Apparently, Lord William Mortimer, he's immune to conviction. Apparently, for whatever reason, didn't mark that over here. I guess the character stats only update after I'm done with the conversation. But yeah, I encountered a immunity, which means I'm exhausted. I have one less effort point which I can use, so I have to use my Carmelite water to cure negative alterations. But this one isn't too bad, so I'm gonna wait for another negativity to come over me before I use one of those items. What are your powers, Lord Mortimer?
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
I see. But anyway, Silly Bear, what do you work with? If you're willing to tell, that is. Other questions? What's happening with my mother?
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
How did he react to that?
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
Was it Al-Azif?
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
What exactly is a demon?
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Physics, biology, philosophy. Because this is difficulty 2 test and my science level is 2, that means the cost is reduced, so I can do this for free. So I'm an expert in physics, philosophy, or biology. Let's talk biology.
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You live inside a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know. We do indeed choose a host, we enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as an idea. We are an idea that penetrates the human spirit. But in fact, in no way are we a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
A Silly Bear, you work at an amusement park you're a retail clerk. Oh, that sounds fun. But also sounds possibly kind of bad. Depending on how long are your hours. Why tell me all of this, Lord Mortimer?
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that, don't worry.
How can I believe you?
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
What are their intentions regarding
What are
us?
the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
Huh. That's so. So you are the devil.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, But the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
The folklore. Oh, my occultism level is the highest it can be, so I can talk about the occult for free forever.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
So he's not immune nor vulnerable to occultism. That's good to know. Occult works on him-ish. Not a vulnerability, but it's also not an immunity.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Why conference instead of imposing her will upon us? Was Von Bourget working for you? Is there a connection with Elizabeth?
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
He's not immune to politics, I don't think, so maybe I'll try that. Let's see how that goes. He probably is immune to politics. And Silly Aeon says it's very intense at times, but you enjoy the customer service point of the job. People are fun to deal with. That makes it enjoyable. Oh yeah. When you have cool, fun customers, it really is a delight to work with them.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men, which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
So he's also not immune nor vulnerable to politics. Was Von Bourget working for you?
So, Von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Sure. Is there a connection with Elizabeth? Is that why she was killed?
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
And so, logic. What? Why is logic harder? Oh yeah, I did something back then. A while ago I did something I shouldn't have done. I made a mistake while trying to solve the enigma of the labyrinth. So instead of, actually trying to figure out the puzzle, I tried to brute force it, which gave me the hot-headed trait, which means that logic costs one more effort point to use, so that's bad. And now it's a permanent effect throughout the rest of the game. Also, Silly Bear, you say, this game sounds very fun. It actually is. It's a very interesting story, truth should be told. It's just taking forever to get your clothes. So, Mortimer, he may or may not be immune or vulnerable to logic. Let's try that out. For 3 effort points.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
Huh. So that's what happened. Good to know-ish. Okay, what next? Also, hello there, Triple Boy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
He needs me. He wants to retrieve the spear. I can see where he's going with this. He needs the support of the order. So he's immune to conviction. Logic works on him, but it's expensive. And etiquette. I can't very well. I don't know if he's immune or not to etiquette. Oh no, conviction's already there. I already knew he was immune to it. Go figure. So I can use logic. Problem is it costs 4 effort points, which is a lot of points. I'm gonna use the what's it called again? Carmelite water. Oh, this is the golden elixir. Carmelite water allows me to use a skill for free, so it won't cost any effort points. Or I can use a Devil's Thorn to see if there are the immunities and vulnerabilities of stuff. So this is immune. But apparently etiquette might work. Let's try that.
My lord, I don't know if I can answer in all honesty.
Please do, Louis. You can say anything to me, believe me.
You must admit, being surrounded by all these servants isn't doing much to relax me.
Oh, forget the servants. They're only here to ensure my safety.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Well, I wouldn't want you to get the wrong idea, Louis. But you have spent your entire life fighting the occult. You have just stolen the Holy Lance from me, and I do happen to be a demon. Do you not realize the power that relic has on a demon?
Yes, I have no idea, or no, yes, I do know its power. Why do we run around? Hey, I have no idea.
Well, that's true.
Sarah must have told you, didn't she? Surprises me that you've wasted all this time looking for the lance instead of fleeing.
You know I know, don't you?
Let's say I think you know enough to doubt that you could be persuaded to leave without a reason. Am I right?
The lance is supposed to kill demons, right?
And indeed it can. At least some of them. That's why I've chosen to protect myself. You never know. Just imagine if Sarah wanted to get rid of me through you. Because that's exactly what she wants to do. Isn't it, Louis?
Yes. Do I give up Mother? Do I the Devil Torn just worked for 2 minutes. It's already starting to wear off. So do I want to betray Mother and tell him the plans, or do I level up with him and be honest with him, since he seems to be honest with me? Mother told me not to trust him whatsoever. So I don't know how to go. I guess I'll say no, because even if it is, I don't remember. Might as well have been, might not have been at all. Who knows? I guess no.
Not that I know of, no.
Not with me, please. Sarah has dedicated her life to hunting us down. We both know her greatest wish is to see me dead. However, she hasn't told you everything, Louis. Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me. You are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body, without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son. Liar!
What? Come on, wait. There's too much going on. That's a curveball I wasn't expecting. Because true, indeed, indeed, I have had visions. But I guess I had like this charismatic presence because I'm a Frenchman, and that I had visions because I have been dealing with the occult all my life, and maybe I dabbled in things I shouldn't have, not because I'm a demon or whatever. It doesn't sound very plausible, but because theoretically, like Mortimer, he is a demon, he has been inhabiting the same body, and he hasn't aged. I would believe that I, Louis, have grown up in some way, and you know, I was a child once, eventually I grew up. It's not like I was born an adult and been like that my whole life. So, what the hell am I even talking about? That is a curveball, though, and apparently Jacques Peru coming up holding a servant hostage means I'm disconcerted, and now everything costs one more effort point. Might as well go and use a golden elixir to cure negative alterations, because people love to surprise me in this thing. And also, hello there, Oni. You are in an occult called the Bernese Mountain Dog Federation Squad. What's up with that? What's up with the BMDFS?
Well, well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns!
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid! Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jack, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
Okay. I have to reassure Jack by using etiquette and psychology, but I guess I won't have that many choices that often now. Let's use some Devil Thorn. That's button 3, and then hope for the best. He's immune to diversions. Good to know. I'm not like Mortimer. I'd also like to know what's happening.
Monsieur Peru, I don't even know what this is all about.
It's quite simple. You're like them.
If that's enough to make me unforgivably evil, then I prefer you shoot. But I don't feel as if I've changed. I'm still the same man I was an hour ago.
They will corrupt you. It's inevitable.
And I won't be able to resist, like you are now?
Well...
Give me the benefit of the doubt. Think about it a moment.
So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
He's immune to questioning. Manipulation might work on him, make him believe that I already knew that. I don't know, nothing. Make him believe that I already knew of it.
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. And you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Your daughter will grow up without a father. That's why there's a circle in that question. Oh boy. If you shoot me, there will be no one to stop Mortimer, and so many other questions. Maybe I'll use the daughter thing, since it's, you know, it's an option that I unlocked through tarot sleuthing. So maybe that's the way to go. Also, Oni, Wolf Morning, how are you doing? I don't know if I asked that of you, but how's it going? New person say, isn't dressing up in an animal costume illegal since you're technically inside of an animal? Well, tell that to game mascots. You are not technically inside an animal. You're inside a cloth, an article of clothing made of whatever materials. Perhaps it's made of cotton. Perhaps it's made of synthetic materials. Perhaps it's made of leather. Perhaps it's made of, you know, paper, plastic, or whatever. So you're not technically inside an animal. But if that's the argument, then you could say that there's a lot of stuff wrong with a lot of other things. So wearing clothes, shirts made of cotton is illegal. You can't say that eating animal food, food made out of animals such as meat or whatever is also illegal. You can say that there's a lot of stuff that is illegal. But anyway, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Your daughter will grow up without a father, I guess?
You're going to be held accountable, and you will lose everything, starting with your freedom, and then your head.
I told you, I don't care.
Not about yourself, maybe, but what about your daughter? It wouldn't be the same for her, would it?
Shut up! Shut up!
She will be alone, in a world that you know is hostile. What will become of her?
That's true, but...
Don't abandon her. Not a second time. It's your last chance, my friend. It's over. Come now, monsieur.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Okay, goodbye, Jacques. That's like the third time he does
Shaken up.
something.
You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Yes.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Emily.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
But I would break their spirit, wouldn't I? It wouldn't be a violation of their privacy, wouldn't it? Great! Great! I can do stuff! Oh man. And Silly Bear, you say no if it's fox fur. And yeah. Nowadays pretty much everything is made of synthetics. So if you go and look up your shirt and say that it's made of polyester, that's plastic. Ester is a specific chemical composition of alcohol and carbon that pretty much makes a plastic, and the poly is because there's a lot of little cells of alcohol that makes up this specific form of plastic. But yeah, it's plastic. So you may have heard of many other names kind of like that, like polyethanol, polyester, polypropylene. Those are all like little forms of mixtures of alcohol and plastic. And if you have a shirt that says that it's made of polyester, that's plastic. And everything's made of synthetics nowadays, so there's no reason to actually go and get the animals as fur as you can make your own fur nowadays, or at least industries can, not people, but you get the idea. And Silly Bear, you said always care for your children, such a caring father. Yes, Jack is a good man deep down, but he's very hot-headed, like dog damn. But I would break their spirit, wouldn't I?
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent, when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying, and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later
yeah.
if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
I completely forgot that this whole chapter of this episode was about me going over to talk with Mom. Anyway, thought reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Weirdly enough, they're giving me this new thing, this like, oh, hey, here, have a new game mechanic, like in the second to last episode. But still, that's a very cool curveball that I have been thrown at. You could say that I'm enjoying it. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. Ooh. You can earn 1 back when confronted to an immunity, 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Oh, so they have a use. What do you know? You can earn 1 back when confronted by immunity. So Devil Thorn will get my essence back. Oh, so I can try and read his thoughts. It's bad form, it just said. But directly could go and do that. I'm off.
You're right. I need to go now.
See you later, Lord Mortimer, or see you later, Father.
See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
One thing I learned about this game is that it throws in like terms and numbers and shit at you, and then you...
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
This game will unrelentlessly throw information at you, and then when asked about it, the game will be like, oh, what do I have to talk to you about? What is the year that this thing have happened? And then they will give like you 3 options. 1763, 1764, and 1765, and you have to remember which one is the right one. So I'm jotting down real quick notes in here just to make sure I remember that. Oh no, I don't know if the game will actually ask me that or not, but it's best to have it going on. So I have a talent, or is it a trait? New blood. You know how to read people's shallow thoughts. You had a revelation about your oranges. Weird. This reminds me, by the way, of Dragon Age. No, not Dragon Age. Never mind. Divinity 2. I don't remember its name. The full name of the thing. It's like Divinity 2. Let me look up real quick on Steam, because that's a game where you're a dragon hunter and you pretty much get those same skills of being able to read people's mind, but you get that like at the very beginning of the game, and they're like, oh, you can read people's mind. Divinity 2 developer's cut. Oh, it doesn't have a name. Well, what do you know? It's fun. At the very beginning they give you the option to like go and read people's minds, and did your mentor just goes and said, oh, you can read people's mind, and if you try to read their mind, they're gonna be like, newbie, we don't have time for this, we have a mission to go and attend to, follow me. And then you're like, oh well, I tried to read her mind and she knew I was reading her mind, and she told me, fuck that, come with me, do stuff. So what do you know? And Silly Bear says, "Okie dokie, I'll be keeping an eye for more streams from you. Happy I found it. Yeah, on Furry Watch. Oh yeah, cool. Furry Watch is lovely resource. Anyways, I must be going on. Have a good day, Douglas. I will. Thank you so very much for stopping by, Silly Bear, and have an amazing day of the chores. Hope to see you later. Take care." And character-wise, now I have a demon skill. What do you know? Thoughts reading. Listen to the superficial. Demons will not appreciate you trying to pull that trick on them. Unless Sarah herself is a demon. Imagine. Also, it's been forever since I have been on this. I don't think I have ever been on that part of the mansion, by the way. Also, I wanted to make this game a little bit brighter, but fucking hell. This thing is dark as fuck. I think I even have a filter going on here for color correction to make it brighter. Specifically for when I play the console. So on the stream it should be a little bit brighter. That doesn't work very well when I have menus going on. The yellow on his cheeks look a little bit it's blasted with color. Looks so much brighter than it should. Maybe I'll throw in more gamma or less brightness. Would that work? That does nothing really. It just accentuates the darks. Does a whole lot for the lights. But yeah, I can also not see a whole lot here as well. So let's disable that filter. It's not doing a whole lot for us today. But now the game looks amazingly gray. I also can't see very well the stream window because there's a window reflection going on. I don't know, it's early morning. The sun is shining through the window. But anyway. Hey there, Oni. You and your squeaky toys, what's up?
Great. Honey.
Honey! Oh, I will never give up my honey hoarding ways. I will always be hoarding up all honey I can find. Oh, would you look at that? There he is.
A Chinese coin.
Chinese coin. I have yet to find out what coins do. Oh yeah, now I remember. They give me extra experience at the end of chapters. This game is divided by episodes, and at the end of each episode, each episode has several chapters, and at the end of chapters, oh, Devil's Storm, cool. At the end of every chapter, there's also more stuff going on. So I don't know if I should try to use the thought reading powers on Mother, because by now she should know. I mean, she knows I am a demon now. She knew that her whole life. So she will obviously have like trained against that. And if I show up and start trying to read her mind, she'll be like, "Oh no, that is a familiar sensation. Are you trying to read my mind, Louis? Why would you do that? You are a demon, and now Mortimer has gotten to you. He's corrupted you, so I will kill you." Then she'll try and do the nasties on me. Oh, wow, there's so much shit spread all over the place here. How did I not find that the first time around here? But then again, to be fair, the first time I played, I didn't know this game very well, and I was like, what do I do? And Oni says, obey the counsel of BMDF and Bork. Bork I shall. Actually, did those Borks go through? I hope they did. I don't think that the Goodbye Bot did the Borkings. Also, Lord Home, what the fuck? We have arrived days ago. What is our luggage still doing in the wharf? It's like it could have been raining. The sea salt water could have ruined whatever was in those baggages. Why didn't you took it up? God damn you. Okay, now the Bork worked. There you go. Mother, let's talk. Or Emily, sure, why not?
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident, I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her.
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark. She seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. You understand that, don't you?
What did she say to you?
Did she say anything before she died?
I didn't understand everything. She was in a blind rage. She pointed her pistol at me. She spoke to me as if I were you and called me Louis. She said you look so much like her, and that she was so proud to have a son like you.
Did my mother
What?
say how proud she was to have me for a son?
That's right.
Wait, what? So now I can't read minds. So apparently I can do it whenever. Have to do it at very specific moments. Is she lying? Conviction is does that works on her? I don't know. I don't even know which one this is. It could be Emily, it could be Emma. Let's use a Carmelite water because I'm not gonna spend 5 effort points on this goose chase.
My mother would have never said that. You're lying.
Why? He does have a spine. So Sarah couldn't be proud of her beloved son? How in heavens would I know?
You're not Emily.
Surprise, little Louis. It took you long enough, though. Yes, you got it wrong. You didn't choose the right one. It took you long enough to figure it out, though. Oh, I felt sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis. What do you expect? It wasn't my fault. Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
Why? What?
You
Oh.
still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
True. She did go to my room that night, and we enjoyed a little conversation, and a little But then on the later day, we also heard that she had gone to Bonaparte's room, and it was presented to me as like, oh, she went to my room, and then when I fell asleep, she went to Bonaparte's room, and she has to spend all night going through everybody's room apparently. But no, it was her twin sister. I never put that together. Fuck no, I got the wrong Hillsborough killed, and now she killed my mother. God damn it. And now that's like 2 episodes away. I can go back and redo that. Oh, those choices. Pesky choices. And then it says... Mother is a crybaby. At first she was a badass, now she's a crybaby, like Louis being a mama's boy.
It was me, of course. I assure you, you got something a whole lot better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived. Right. Take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody.
Die! She's crazy, or read her thoughts. What is she thinking about?
If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires.
What? What am I supposed to make out of that? Boy.
But you've lost your mind.
That's enough. That's not how you talk to a lady.
Let her go! Strangle the crazy woman! I mean, I don't know entirely what her plot is, but I feel like she shouldn't be allowed to leave We had the good Hillsborough, which was Emily, and now we have the bad Hillsborough, which is Emma. And I don't know that I should be killing people, but I also don't know that I should be allowing her to leave after she just murdered Mother. Because I was supposed to talk to Mother and you know, get this whole past figure out, like, who am I, Mother? Why did you stole me as a baby and whatever? But now I can't get that anymore because fucking Hillsborough went and did the shit. Oh, crazy woman, you're gonna get the strangle. Catch these hands.
Stark reading mad. Die, you bitch!
Oh, those animations are so good. I mean, a little more sound design would have made this scene so much better, but goddamn. Right. Well then. Drake Husky says die. She did die. It just was in a different way. Grease says she'll run if you talk, or she'll refuse you any sex. I think it's the latter, actually. Oni says strangle me, daddy. I did strangle someone else. Drake says strangle. She killed mom. Grease says get rid of her. I just did. And Drake says expected a two-handed strangle. That was a poor strangle. Yeah, that's not how you strangle a person. I mean, it does work, but it's not as climatic as holding them with the both of your hands, lifting them up high and getting them to see your face and being like, die. That's like the average man strangle, like coming from behind, grapple their neck and be like, no, you get to die. And they never saw it coming and there's very little they can do. And if you actually mean to kill someone like that, it's not that hard. Actually, if you really have evil, or not evil per se, but if you really have violent intentions towards somebody, something just clicks in your brain and you stop having this reservation that's about using all your muscles. So normally if you go and strangle someone, you're probably doing that as a little joke, as a little fib, so you're not putting strain into it. But if you put a little bit of strain into it, you can easily break someone's, neck. We just have reservations in place to not do those sort of stuff. But if those were to be lifted for, I don't know, because someone killed your mother or something, you could, like, Louis could easily go and, like, press on her neck enough that even if he didn't strangle her, he would have broke her neck or something. So who knows even. Stu says, oh Jesus, very anticlimactic. Yes, very anticlimactic. And Greaser expected a neck break. I kinda did, but And Drake says, no, you're strangled. Stu says it was a gentle hug. Yeah, it was. She didn't even say anything. She was just like, oh, okay. And Grid says, that's not a poor strangle. If done properly, they actually will die. Yeah, they will. But the sound designers did not do a good job of that. But who knows even. And Drake says, reservations, what sort of resort is this? The grapple, the neck grapple reservation. So, because I went and did a very gentle hug on her neck, does that mean that I'm a necromancer? I wonder. And also, hello there, Tiger. Wolf Morning, welcome to the stream. I lied, this is not the finale. I misremember how far into the game we had gotten. But anyway, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, Tiger? How are you doing today, Grace? How are you doing today, Drake Husky? How are all of you doing this morning? This fine morning. Alright, what happened? Episode 4, Farewell. I successfully stopped Napoleon Bonaparte from getting the lens, which is good, in a way, because, that could have killed me, but then again, I guess that so many things could have killed me. I persuaded Jack Sparrow not to shoot. That's good. That's like the third time I do that. The first time he was threatening to shoot me, but just because. Second time he was threatening to shoot himself. And the third time he was threatening to shoot me again. So I guess I'm really getting the hang of how to get Jack not to shoot people. So at this point you should have thought like, developers, please, please do something else with Jax's character, because you can't have like once per episode have him burst out of nowhere with a gun pointed to my face and be like, get him not to shoot you. That's not how it goes. But anyway, I also successfully found out about my demon nature. I did, however, fail in arriving in time to save Sarah de Richet. I wonder what I could have done to save her. Maybe if I didn't talk to Lord Mortimer, because when I showed up to the main hall, he was like, "Oh, Louis, come talk to me," and then the game actually didn't force me into the cutscene. I'm the one who approached him to start the cutscene. If I did come to the wharf instead, I could have talked with Mother, but I would not have known about my demonic natures. So I would probably have bought everything Mother said. I failed at stopping Lady Hillsborough from shooting Sarah de Richet, and I failed at finding out about Sarah de Richet's lie. And alternatively, I could have had this discussion with Manuel Godoy. I don't know what's up with me and Manuel Godoy, but every chapter there's like, oh, you could have talked to him, and I never seem to find him. There's like 4 chances I could have talked to him that I never got to. I wonder where he's hiding that Godoy. Oh, Duke Godoy. And Drake says, "Low, badoom, psh." And Grace says, "However, if done properly in a different way, they will get knocked out." Yeah. And Grace says, "Ooh," and Stu says, "Oh, Doug, bad joke, go to the corner." Aw. I don't want to go to the corner. And Drake says, "Just woke up, going to convention." Ooh, what convention are you going to? And Tiger, you're doing alright. That's great to hear. Grease says, "So can you redo the events to save Mom?" I could, theoretically, but I guess I'm sticking to this path. Or else I'll take forever to do this game. And Oni says, "Doug doesn't let me have walkies before because I used the color Theodore gave you to choke yourself." What? What are you talking about, Oni? But look on the bright side, I leveled up. I completed objectives, I unlocked traits, I revealed character traits, I exploited vulnerabilities, and I found items, so that's another reason to exploit vulnerabilities and to find coins, because I get points. And that means I get 4 points to spend on shit. So, I'm level 2 in all of those shenanigans here. I could become try and get level 3 into science as well, which would be good, because then I would get this talent here of again 1 extra effort point when I use Royal Jelly, because I have just found out that Royal Jelly is amazing. There's this thing here too, that equipping a manuscript also increases the level of your skill by +1 while it is equipped, which is good, but it requires me to have erudition level 3, and both are on the same level-ish. Other than that, I could try and get psychology to level 3, and again 1 extra effort point when I exploit a vulnerability. And Dodger says that getting a constable will give you another one, but I would need subterfuges and agility to level 3. And as you can see, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of skill points to get those things to go. Or I could just level up any skill just because theoretically it is good to have theoretically it is good to have high skills going on. Using a golden elixir also gives you an effort point. You recover your effort point lost when you encounter an immunity. Increases your effort point pool by 1. Halves the fake elements displayed during an opportunity by getting vigilance to level 3. That's gonna take forever. Diplomatic mastery. Time given for opportunities is increased. this concerted state is replaced by the focused state if I get etiquette and politics. Disconcerted is when someone surprises me or shows up out of nowhere. So I can get conviction to level 2, but I don't know what that will do to me, but might as well since I'm 1 point away from that. Might as well level up politics too. I could also level up linguistics. There's so much to level up. I don't know what to get, truly. Science will take forever, so will erudition. And so will psychology. Actually, psychology... I'm closer to that. It would have been interesting though to have a skill on level 3, but it would have been interesting as well to get a skill to a higher level than 1. So I guess I'll get conviction going on. I'll guess vigilance is good too, just because. And maybe politics because I have 1 point to spend and I don't know what to spend it on. Logic is actually a good place to spend because now that I have the hothead, it means that logic is more expensive to use, so I should have. It would be good for me to spend my my points in logic, because now I got the trait that makes logic harder for me. Go figure. And then it says, so Doug bought a body vest and uses that for the leash instead of the collar. What? And Drake, you're going to Forno Equinox in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Oh, that sounds lovely. Hope you have a great time over there. And Grease says you don't own a choker or a choke chain, and I wonder if you're an actual puppy. And Nani says I am small, so you are a pupper. Are you really though? So, which manuscript will I get to read? I don't think any. I have already read all the books I have. So I have no books to read. Which is sad, really, because theoretically I can read 3 books at once. But I don't have books to read, so I guess I'll go do whatever. Oh, I got a new trait, Unworthy Son. I wonder what that does. Conviction costs 1 more effort point / you gain 1 point in occultism. You let Lady Hillsborough kill Sarah de Richet. By the way, lots of spoilers. Those of you guys who are planning to play this game in the future, maybe, you know, there's a lot of spoilers going on. And my occultism is already at maximum, so that was worthless. And conviction is more expensive to use now, so that sucks. Oh well, what else?
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
It's good because I can do good things with it.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Oh, Louis, you're such a Frenchman. Your French accent is killing me. Please, chill down.
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature. and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
So, I'm going to assume that the game doesn't even want to give me the option to play Gregory for a fool, so that's it. He just knows it and I have to go through with it. And then it says, are you guys judging me? How dare you? And also, hello there, Leo. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. And happy day of the tours. How long have we been in existence?
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
Conviction is... What the hell is he? Conviction is... Wow, really? That's the only immunity Gregory Home has, is conviction. Well, now that I know that, I got the orator, which gets me a skill point in logic. Uncover, quote-unquote, all of Gregory Holmes' immunities and vulnerabilities. That's what I need. And that's what I did. Go figure. Leo says, I either have the flu or whooping cough. Oh no. God damn it. Hope it doesn't get too bad, Leo. And Stu says, ooh, it's also Pi Day today. Oh, Pi Day. Oh yeah, it's March 14th. That's good to know. Happy Day of the Pi. And Grease says, are Emma and Emily twins? Yes. So Emily Hillsborough and Emma Hillsborough are twins. Except that apparently as they were growing up, they decided, like, why don't we play a game where we pretend to be each other? And then they did. And then eventually they said, let's play a game where you, Emma, don't exist, and the both of us play me. So they erased Emma's identity from the world, and from then onwards people started to think that there was just Lady Hillsborough, Emily Hillsborough. But then, however, at some things Emily would go to attend those meetings, but sometimes it would go... Emma would go and pose as Emily, and then they would reconvene and share all that they were able to learn from that, and then that's how they become such a powerful spy and ambassador, or whatever they were. Until she died because I chose to kill her, and then Emma died because I strangled her, or rather a gentle hug them. And Stu says 3.14, though it doesn't work as well as it's 14.3. Yes, if you use like the international date system, which goes day, month, year, then yeah, it doesn't work. If you use the American system, which is month, day, year, then yeah, it does. Leo says I have repeated coded yourself in mental. It seems to be helping. Well, that is good. And Arnie says, I got a pie waiting to be put in your oven. Then go put that pie in your oven. That sentence makes no sense, but pretend it did. Is there a family head?
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
How many are there?
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Why brothers and sisters?
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, our sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Is he jealous?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William said...
Oh boy, you know nothing about me. I have like level 2 psychology. I know all about behavioral analysis. I could be better, but...
is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them by democracy. You know, he is right in that democracy allows them a higher level of freedom, whereas monarchy allows us a higher level of control. I think he's right. No, he's actually wrong if they quote unquote are trying to preserve humanity, then it would be easier to control them as a whole, which then would mean that controlling them as a whole is easier if you have like a monarch instead of having a democracy. However, we have decided theoretically that that us would meet regularly to go and have this what they call these conferences where we discuss the future of humanity amongst ourselves, and during these conferences we get a lot of humans to come by, and we don't allow ourselves to use our powers to convince them on what path to take and what way to follow. So if we ourselves are allowing each and everyone to choose what they want to do, and why shouldn't we allow them to do it as well? Because I mean, the monarchy is good if you don't want to hear what they have to say. You just say it's gonna be like this and then that's it. But we ourselves have decided to go and put forth these conferences where everybody decides on what to do for humanity, and then everybody has to agree for the thing to go forward. So that is a democracy, is everyone trying to put everything together. But if we are doing that ourselves, shouldn't the humans be allowed to do it themselves? I think he's right. It is the way forward.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you. Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
That's more like despotism. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What is the meaning of despotism?
Here's the definition of despotism. The exercise of absolute power, especially in a cruel and oppressive way.
Oh, what do you know? That's what despotism means. The exercise of absolute power, especially in a cruel and oppressive way. Yeah, that sounds right. And Greece says rule by vote versus higher ruling, freedom versus control. And Leo says down with the system, and Greece says freedom of choice versus subservience. And Sailors, hello there. Wolf Morning, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? In this lovely day of the church.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Is he in danger?
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Oh, Uncle Home. So good to be able to talk to you.
That's me.
Monsieur Louis de Richet. Apparently I'm not even French, I'm whatever. I'm demon. I'm a demon. And theoretically now I can go to anyone's room and talk to people. Make friends. Otherwise when I end this chapter the game is gonna be like, ooh, you could have talked with them or that person. So let's see. Let's quickly go around, do the run around and see if there's anyone I can talk to.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Piaggi, I can get into your room. But a surprise, I can get into Piaggi's room. This is not even a door. It doesn't exist. It's part of the decor, but it doesn't lead you anywhere. We're never going to get into that study. Greece says martial law in short, Doug. I hear a rush of conflict and confusion coming.
President George Washington.
Oh, you goddamn better believe. I'm confused and I am conflicted all over the place. I'm not a smart boy, you guys know that. Complicated words and terms. They bamboozle me. And then to make matters worse, Oni comes and tries to confuse me even further with words. I try to keep it simple, but it doesn't always work. Which is a goddamn shame. And Leo says, yeah, he's not creepy at all. I mean... What's his name even? Gregory Holm is... Creepy man McCreep. He is. It seems like his role is to be creepy. He has no other role. Oh, Piagi. What's up? How's it going?
I haven't the time.
Sure. See if I can. And this is Adam's room. She's dead. Can I get into her room? Oh, I still can get into her room. They took away the body, so that's good. And now I learned that she died. Or rather that she killed herself, but she was actually being mind-possessed by Mortimer. But there's possibly nothing of worth in her room. By nothing of worth, I mean honey. I am looking for honey. I want all the honey I can find. Because who knows what sort of conflicts will arise in the future.
Monsieur Johann von Wulner.
Johann, are you there?
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Wulner's planning something.
Oh yeah, Wulner, he has a hard-on for the occult. If he finds out about demons and whatever, my dog is that man gonna jizz on his pants. I should go and try and find him. Not around though. Might as well pilfer a few couple things from his stuff.
The chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wulner.
Are there any pilferables? Honey, preferably.
Golden elixir.
Yes, there was stuff I could take.
What a mess. Looks like Wulner was interrupted.
That's the symbol of the council that is in the front foyer. In the foyer, rather. There's no front foyer. There's no back foyer. There's just the foyer. Johann, I know you were trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth because the two of you were lovers, but it's getting out of hand now. Your escapade on the continent cost me enough as it is. I know it hasn't been easy for you leaving Elizabeth confined in her room for months so she doesn't bump into Sarah, but to run away without warning, I had to lie to cover for you, Johann. Act as if you arrived separately only a few days ago and persuade William to do the same with his guest. I demanded you come to your senses and take hold of yourself. I asked you to fetch something so we can get off the island, not for to study in a vain hope of acquiring power. Not for to study. That sounds like a mistranslation. Anyway, it won't give you any answers, let me be clear on that, and we must run the risk of losing it again. At most, we'll run the risk of losing it again. So, for the last time, please go and leave it at the agreed place. Let's be as vague as possible. I can confirm that someone will pick it up immediately. Gregory. Fetch, says Oni.
Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Look at the sketches.
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
In the foyer, Louis. God damn. I have seen it before. I recognize those symbols.
I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Let's look more closely. Don't know what that'll do, but
Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes. Someone must have packed something away here. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
I recognize them from the Al-Azif, but I also have seen that before in the foyer. One thing about this game is that most of the time it will give you like these options where you will spend effort points to try and deduce something from clues. But if you know it in your mind, you don't need these clues. You can piece them together.
The table of alchemical symbols.
Really?
Someone circled the zinc symbol.
So you can piece things together yourself, but if you're having trouble piecing things together, you can always say, "Oh, game, please give me clues," and the game will give you clues. So that's cool. Also, what the hell is Washington doing over there? Just looking. Well, what the hell is that? Also, whose room is this? That's the tower room, so it's an empty room. Washington. Hello.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
That's the least you can say.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Oh yeah, my mother is dead. Thanks for asking, by the way. The last guest is expected. And yourself, anything to tell?
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Duke Godoy has an accent that Washington can't understand. That's not a hard accent.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
His accent is at best Spanish. Oh, I can wander around the manor.
Sir Jacques Peru?
Are you there, Peru? Because I have stuff to say to you. You keep trying to shoot me in the face. God damn you. The hell?
Leave me, de Richet. I want nothing more to do with you. I'll have left within the hour, and I wish never to see you again for the rest of my life.
Why? Never mind. This is...
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Well, Napoleon doesn't want to see me. They're still
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
still investigating her room.
I am sorry, sir, but access to this room is not authorized by my master.
And I can't even try and do anything else.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Can I talk to you finally? Can't. I guess I'll never be able to talk to Godoy after all. That's my room.
Huh, that's me.
Let's go around. So doing a couple laps in this manor, it's like, it takes time. But that's a good replacement for exercise if you ever need one. Any. Like, oh, I wish I could go for a walk today, but I live in an island. There's rocky outcrops everywhere. I can't actually go out for a run. Then you're in luck, because you can always, you know, just do a run around of the place. Oh wait, where am I going? Let's go to the Great Hall. Can I go over there, please? This is where the conference was held. Now they allow me in this room. But I don't care for that room. All I want to do is go back to the main hall, to the foyer, to see if I can find anything odd about this circle in the ground, the floor. Oh my dog, this place is so much more beautiful in the morning when there's actually sunlight going through through those little window slits up there. So here, that's the symbol we have seen before. Actually, no, never mind. That's not like the symbol I had seen before. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Also, this door is gigantic, like holy shit. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything worthwhile here, except for this golden elixir. Hello, can you tell me shit?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
I have got everything he could have given me, so I'll take my leave. I'll go back upstairs and go explore other places. So I'm there, and the place I must go to is back. Let's go up the stairs. And Grease says, so Napoleon and Jax would like for you to leave them be. Jack would, Napoleon they couldn't even get to talk to him. And only says if we were in that manner we wouldn't be in our rooms with Sin and be in the best dad's room. Who? Where? What? Oh, they have a moon door. Cool. Not really cool, but eh. Oh, this is his study. Thank dog I don't have to go through that thing again.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice.
My mother died. I didn't have any other choices.
You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
I feel overwhelmed, really.
Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised?
I think her hand
What did he
is
say?
broken. Throne. He spoke to me about so many things.
According to him, the family is a prickly subject for you.
He exaggerates. I don't have problems with all our family, far from it. I admit I find it difficult to follow the path set out before me sometimes. I don't share their vision, and they don't understand me.
They find you unstable.
I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Oh boy. Let's speak about slavery, the emancipation of women, religion, progress. Oni says words. Can I have the choice, Daddy Doug? You cannot, Oni. Actually, you can. What choice would you like to have, Oni? Let's speak about the slavery.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Sir Mortimer, it's 70-60 something. Nobody votes. Not even men get to vote. I don't think there's any democracy anywhere in the world that, like, the 18th century. But anyway.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are?
Yes, if the humans eventually get into space, then we will get into space because we don't exist without humans. When you think about that, it makes sense. The idea of demons is that, they don't have a form of themselves. They are inside the person they are. They need a host. If the host dies, so do they. Except that some are stronger and they are able to survive, but they still need a host. And if you're like a powerful man like Mortimer, and you get killed, and then you have to jack another body, who are you gonna jack? Those servants? What do they have? So it makes sense. A lot of the dialogue in this section here feels like it's not actually, doesn't feel like game dialogue, in context dialogue. It feels like the developers are trying to make a statement. But I see the point. There's a lot going on here. But now I start to see a little bit more about what William what William Mortimer wants is to allow humans to get more advanced and evolved and have more means of learning things. Hence why he's immune to science. He is a scientist himself. And Greer says, dance carefully, Doug. This is an industrial revolution and social movement teachings. I'd go with him and observe from behind the scenes. And only said, I want a bigger scene being inside the room. And yeah, Doug, don't judge me. Bird must pork at it. Pork. Yeah, there is a bird. Oh, well. It is still manipulation, but then again... it's how things work. Theoretically. Because in a way... man, okay, this game is bringing up some complicated questions. Why not, after all?
I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do that?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How is that possible?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Alright, teach me the new skills, Dad. And Grizzly said currently that's how life is now.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaggi to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Alright. Sounds simple enough, which means it's not gonna be simple at all. Shenanigans are gonna go down, and I'm betting right now someone's gonna get in my way. Possibly Napoleon. He's gonna show up out of nowhere and be like, haha! Louis, what you're doing? And things are gonna go down. Also, Piaggi is in the middle of the corridor. Can I do that like when they're just hanging out and about? Or how does it even work? He didn't teach me that. Piaggi is not here anymore. I guess he went back into his room. Piaggi's room is that in the end of the hall. Piaggi, let's go have a conversation. It's gonna go very one-sided, let me assure you of that. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna learn things. You may not learn that as much, but learning is not always a
Seigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
two-way experience. So let's see how that goes. So a game of possession is not the case.
Louis,
It might be
what
Gris.
brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Speak to him about demons, about the Holy Lands, about the conference. Let's talk about the Holy Lands.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lands.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people. You are searching for another Holy Grail.
Wait, did I discover Piaggi's vulnerability? Manipulation. Is that what I did? I already forgot. Sure.
There. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambition.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. My have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes.
So you take control of this man's body, and the first thing you're gonna do is what you were asked to do, which is make a forgery. If I were to take control of someone's body, the first thing I would do is run to the bathroom and see the size of their pee-pee. And be like, oh, so that's how it feels, huh? But that's me, and I'm weird. And you know that, so... Moving on.
There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Time to do some... Alright, write the contents of the letter, write the code, and choose the right stamp for the letter. That's how it goes. Read the letters on the desk. Let's read the first letter. My dear Giuseppe, as my health does not allow me to honor Sir Holmes's invitation to go to Lord Mortimer's, I should be grateful if you would sit at a conference on my behalf. Naturally, you would give my thanks to your hosts, consolidate our agreements with Sir Gregory, and let him know that his venture regarding Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti is following its course. I have every confidence in you. May God bless and protect you. SS, I guess, Saint someone, Giovanni Angelo Braschi. Saintly someone, I guess. What does SS means? Okay, Google. What is SS as a treatment pronoun? I guess that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, Google. What is SS title?
Heinrich Himmler held the offices of Commander-in-Chief of Home Forces from 1944 to 1945 and Reichsführer SS from 1942 to 1943.
That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, Google. What does SS stands for in religion?
According to Wikipedia, the SS educational leaders were also responsible for general anti-religious training, which was part of the Nazi attempt at reversing the bourgeois Christian system of values.
I guess none of this will make sense, so let's not even bother. SS Giovanni Angelo Braschi. P.S. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. The 31st of the 12th of December 1792. GJ GJ GF GHFG J. Sure. And Leo says, so not right, Doug. What isn't right? And Gris says, no, take care of business first. And Nani says, what about me, Doug? What would you do if you took mines over? I would go straight into a bathroom and check the size of the my new body's pee-pee. That's what I said I would do if I took control of anyone's body. And Leo says, look at the other letters. I will. The second letter is, my dear Giuseppe, I know you are on your way to Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have a good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside at present very agitated, because you know the king, there's rebellions going on and the king just died, so that's gonna be tricky. But you did it nonetheless. Know that this mission is crucial, my friend. May God bless and protect you. SS Giovanni Angelo Braschi. Let me make some notes. The 17th of January 1793. EHHBCF. So let's go 01 17 1793. put just the current here as it happens. HBCF. For the first letter, it's the 12th. It's the 31st of December, 1792. J. GH. God damn it, pen. Don't fail me now. Alright. Thank dog I'm an artist and I have like a shit ton of pens lying around. This is true thin though. I'm not looking for art pen, I'm looking for pens. J. Oh, this is a good pen. Look at that. So crisp. J. H. F. J. GHFJ. Okay. That's enough information. Put down the letters. Choose. Let's write the secret code. What? That's the only clues I have. The first letter says, do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. Use SS Giovanni Angelo Bracci or SS Gab personal stamp. Making lots of notes here and little post-it notes. Alright, choose the contents of the letter.
Let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Discredit home.
It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Choose a stamp for the letter. Look at the stamp on the right, middle, left. I noticed something about the stamp.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
I know that. The Pope's motto. Let's use my etiquette, because I'm so good on etiquette that I know what is the Pope's motto. And tag Stu says, how big is the new sheath? Yes, exactly. Gotta know that sort of stuff. And Tiger says SS in Latin is Siciliate, which SS could also mean saint. And Greece says, try letters to numbers code. I know that.
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Okay, Flore in Domo Domini. Come again?
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Flore in Domo Domini. My handwriting is atrocious, by the way. Look at the stamp on the right. Look at the inscription on the stamp.
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages.
Justice, forgiveness, and humility. Humility. I don't know how to say it. I think it is humility. Misericordia is mercy, rather. Justice, mercy, and humility. However you say that word. You know what I mean. Like humbleness, or whatever. So, compared to Piaggi's letter.
Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now.
That's a letter for the council, not that one. Let's look at the stamp on the left.
A circle with a cross inside. Now, I distinctly remember this seal that Piaggi used on the letter he gave me. This isn't the same stamp.
The one in the middle, what does it says?
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
I have no fucking idea what that means. What does that mean?
It's Latin. It blooms in the house of God.
I had an idea that it might be something about like God. Floret sounded like flower, not like flowers, like blooms. But the Domini was like what? Actually, Domo was like, what the hell does that mean? But there we go. Compare with Piages' letter.
The seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it.
So that is the Pope's motto. Floret in Domo Domini. Let's use this one. So you see, if you know these things for whatever reason, you don't need to use your effort points. But if you don't know, the game will be like, sure, you can always use your effort points to get answers to things you don't know, but you have a limited amount of them, so choose well. And Leo says ST is often sent, but it's SS. And Greece says, read the stamps, read the stamps. Tiger says, true, yeah, so Cecilia is, that is to say, or namely. And then it says, Stu, big and squishy sheet. Or Tiger says, or to wit. And Stu says, lovely sheet. And Grace says, write the code like this. Write the code like this. And Leo says, pick your battles. And hello there, Orange Soapstone. Welcome to the stream. We're possessing the body of an old man and forfeiting a letter to the Pope. Let's write the secret code.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
1793. A is 24, I is 31, J is 3, D is 10, and E? Is that an E? Is 17. Oh, I guess you were right, whoever said that the numbers are the thing. Oh, I see. G is... What is G? Okay, let's pull back a little bit. So the first letter said like 1701-1793, but it's reversed. Oh, it's reversed. I guess that when translating the game they changed the dates. They changed the order in which they are written, which kind of fucks me up a little bit. But yeah. And yeah, you're right, Orange. It's a cardinal. Also, welcome to the stream. How are you doing this lovely Tuesday that we're having? I hope you're doing well. Okay, 31/12/1792. For 1701-1793, it's H B C F. All right. For the second one is G J G H F J. So thank dog I don't have a time limit to do this. I will try and figure out myself. I could, like I said, use the hints the gamer is giving me. I can think about the logic of the code by using vigilance for 2 effort points, or do without the code by using subterfuges, which costs 7 points. Or I can go for broke. Grease is AFFCHG, I think. Leo says Latin numerals. And the wolf, Lino Wolfe, hello there. Thanks for that raid with, wow, what a gigantic party, my dog. So many people. Kensara Wow, Toxidirk, Xeris, Lino Wolf, Dark Cozy, and Ex Libris the 16th. Says Lino Butt. And Blue Regard Falks. Kibaru, so many people, my dog. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so very much for the raid. Josh Noir 13 and Cybot 22. Thank you guys so very much for the raid. Thank you, Lena Wolfe. Welcome to the stream. My name is Douglas. We're playing the Council, and I'm trying to crack this code. I could cheat and use the codes, but I'm trying to do this by hand, which is fun. Cracking codes is fun, you guys. So, nonetheless, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys had a good one. By the way, how was your stream, Lena Wolfe? Hope you had a good one. Leo says, eek, so many butts. Indeed, there's so many butts that have just showed up. Zari says, ooh, the Council, yes, it is. And Toxic Dirk says, sending love from Lino. And Kensara Wall says, butt raid. And Darko says, are you really going to sleep at 3:30 in the afternoon? I mean, not a bad time to go to bed, truly. It's a weird time, but it's not a bad time. It's always a good time to go to bed. A similar squid says, butts are awesome. They are, that they are. And Stu says, careful dog, may take over your body. And Wings says, ooh, this game. Yes, this game. Similar Squid, thank you for the follow. Cybot22_, thank you for the follow as well. Toxic Dirk, thank you for the follow as well. And Zaris, thank you for the follow. Lovely follow. Much appreciated. I saw some of you yesterday, I think, on someone else's stream. I think Kit Locks' stream? Yes, I think that was it. I saw some of you over there. It was fun. How you guys doing? Oni says, 45 people, must bork. Bork away, Oni. Lino says, Lino... What? Lino is how you say my name, and also I seen you did a thing for Watchdog. I did it! I did a little head, a little icon for him. Lino. I said it Lino because that's my boyfriend's last name, and we spell it, we pronounce it Lino. But I guess in English you spell it Lino. But anyway, welcome. How was your stream? What were you playing? Or doing? Agree says, actually, I think I found the right code. I didn't even get to start doing code things. And Sarah says, I've been on Kids 1, yeah. I'm a VIP on it. Ooh. VIP things. Those are cool. Also, Refined Venus. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to our friendly flock of friends. So everyone, how are you all doing in this delicious day of the chores that we're currently having? I'm trying to figure out this this code here. Lionel says, yeah, sorry, it was good. Played Uno for about 3 hours. Wow. 3 hours of Uno is enough to give anyone like an aneurysm due to heavy stress. So I hope you didn't, nothing too bad happened to you while playing it. So, according to this code, E should be 17, shouldn't it? Alright, so according to Cardinal's hand tattoo, because he's a gangster man, he has that tattoos on his hand. A is 34, and none of these codes have A. I is 31, But none of this code, one of these codes has 31, but they don't have I in them. So what the hell? Unless those stars means nothing, they don't actually mean what you would think that they do mean. I don't think it's a simple transposition code like each letter is a number. Because the second code is like GJGH FJ. And it's like 31, 12, 17, 92. We have a lot of numbers, not all of them match with positions and stuff. So, what the hell? And Toxic Dirk says Lionel is a Uno god, by the way. Really? Sarah says MLG Pro Uno player. Lionel says, well, 14 hours overall. Really? It is fine though. And then he says, by the way, if you guys sub to Douglas, you got Doug emotes and helping advance higher to get more emotes. And to, you know, become a happier doggo. That kinda helps. And Winks says this music, oh yes, I'm trying to counterfeit letters while there's a couple people with you know, flutes behind me playing. And then it says, and help him get a D&D book. Yeah, because on the weekends we have been playing Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and you know, having the books would be cool instead of using PDFs acquired through the internet through less than ideal means. And Epilepsy Guy X, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the pack. How's it going? Lionel says, I hope I didn't wake up watch last night though. Why would you have done that? What did you do that would have caused that to happen? I feel like you were a bit loud. How so? Loud as in screaming or loud as in lots of noise? And Gris says, I see it now, I see it now. What do you see, Gris? You said that the code would be like A. And indeed, today's date is 24/01/1793, so it would be A. I guess we all can agree that the code starts with an A, but where does the rest of the code falls into? So E is a 17, so that is the right date, so we have that going on. But what about the H? The H has no number on it. So it's E for 17, then an H that is kind of randomly thrown in there. Then H again, and then B. There's a B all the way down there. It's between the 10 and 3. What does that mean? Then we have a C. It's also not in there. And then we have an F that is also not in there. The other code we have a G and a J. The J is there and the J is a 3. So would that be like... The J means a 3. The G means nothing? No, the G would mean the 31. I think. But what about the J though? And then another G that would also mean 31? No. Let's try to think. Let's think this through again. G for 31, I guess. J for 3. And then J again, for whatever reason. And H, which means nothing, F, which means nothing, and J again, which means 3 again. So H, F, J, which means 3. There's only a single 3 in that number, so I'm starting to think. Actually, I don't know what you think. Sarah says, Lino, you didn't. And Lino says, well, he's in the other room. Oh, you guys live together. And Gris says the code. Follow the date as the start, and the month is next. AF. And the year, take each separate number and count from position 0. Position 0? The is like the A? So AF for today, so that's 24 for A, and F. Why the F though? So A for 24, the F, why? Why the F? And Toxic Dirk says that J equals 2. Apparently, according to his hand tattoo, the J means a tree. I think. Hard to say for sure though. Agree says in the year, take each separate number and count from position 0. So 1, 7, 9, 2. No, but that would mean that each year would be like... The year is not that different. No, wait, what? So there's like it's a 6 letters. The two first letters are like the day and the month, and the 4 last letters are the year. And then it says B equals 69. Agree says to where the number ends, and that's the next letter. Lino says, yeah, roommates. Oh, cool. Oh, it would be nice to have a streamer roommate or something. An epilepsy guy says H might be a strong ace, or it may be 7. Angry says AFFCHG. The day is considered as position 0, really like a clock. Well, Louis, how about you think about the logic of the code? Using your vigilance.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date.
Yes.
2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Tragi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle.
Let's use our logic to think. So it means that the day doesn't matter, just the month. But that's even more confusing. In a way. Let's think.
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters.
Yes.
The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Come again?
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
So the day does...
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
I can't choose start again from the beginning. Oh yeah, because I haven't even started. Change the last letter. What do you mean? Oh no, I haven't even started. Okay, let's think again. Epilepsy guy says 14 March 2019. That's today. It's Pi Day as it happens. And Toxic Dirk says, oh man, this is confusing. Everything's confusing, says Oni. You'll just be squeaking on your squeaky toy to stop the pain. Grease says, I gave you the answer twice. A, F, F, C, H, G. Yeah, that's cool that you gave me the answer, but I kind of want to figure this out for myself, you know. That's the fun of this game, is figuring things out. I do appreciate the answer, though. And like I said, I'm not smart at all. This thing bamboozles the shit out of me, so unless I get a very slowly explained, thorough, step-by-step of how this thing works... Bum, 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 bum. So for that date, the 31st, in this letter, we go and start the 31st. So it's gonna be GJ for the year. Oh, 1 and 2. I see what you mean now. Ah, I got it. So, because the day is the 31st, we start from the 31st. So, J rather, is the first. Because it's a 1, then it's a 2, so it's the second. So, it's J. Then the third, it's a 1, so it's J. 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is an 8, so GH. 9 and 2, so it's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is an F. And then 2, which is a J. 1, 2. Haha! We cracked the code! What a smart boy you are, Chris. What a smart boy you are. So today's date, what date is this again? It's the 24th of January 1793. The 24th is the A, so we start on the A. So 0, I guess it would be an A. 1 would be the F. 1 again for the year is an F. 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. 9 would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, H. And 3 would be 1, 2, 3, would be G. So A, F, F, C, H, G. Ah, that's cool. We cracked the code. Thank you, Grizz. We cracked the code, everybody. Epilepsy Guy says, if I could see it better, might be able to help, but you are on yourself. Nah, it's alright. And Grizz says, I gave you the answer twice. Toxic Dirk says, that sound effect is adorable. It is. All the people have supplied me with sound effects, which have, you know, helped. And Toxic Dirk says, ooh, like a clock. And Grizz says, start from A as 0. And it says, I'm always a 0, because I'm an A-class doggo. I don't think that's how it works, Tony. But anyway, let's go with A to E. A through E, rather. A.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Sure. Now, F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Are you gonna do that every time, Louis?
Today the date is
my dog, you are.
24/01/1793.
CHG.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
CH is. There you go.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
And now a G to finish.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
That's it. Finish the letter because I wrote the code. My fucking dog. See, this is a game for smart people, and I'm not a smart person.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here,
Oh, wait, what's going on? I'm disconcerted and I'm exhausted. That doesn't mean I can't see the timers. But this is a confrontation, so theoretically there is a timer. I guess there is a timer, I just can't see it. So I have to use Golden Elixir and possibly the Devil's Star. So let's go use the Golden Elixir. Is there a timer? No, there isn't. Say that I have exorcised Louis with occultism, and we all know that Von Vonner... Oh no, he's immune to the occultism. He's vulnerable to diversions. Okay. Diversion. I don't have diversion. Tell him that Louis has passed out. Conviction. Should work on him. Let's try that. Conviction.
Calm down, my friend. The poor boy has just passed out. We were talking about this and that when suddenly he fainted. Keeled over, just like that.
Huh, really? What a weakling. I wonder what Mortimer sees in him.
Who knows? I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays.
What? And Toxic Dirk says H confuses me too, and you see, you never would have got it. Yeah, you should have seen the other code. It was like, cross... No, not the other code, the other puzzle from another episode. It was like cross passages from the Gutenberg Bible to this normal ass Bible. to these dates on the wall on these places, and it's crazy. Anyway, Darko's Z722, you have to go now. Bye bye. Oh man, sure thing. Thanks for sticking by and stopping by, sticking around, and for partaking that delicious raid. Everybody has been raided. Everybody's sore on their behinds after that delicious raid, but I highly appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. And Tiger says he's gonna try and kill you. I think he is. Should not allow him to though. Let's try and do something. And Toxic Dirk says there are movements. Oh, you missed me. Gentle hugging. Emma's neck. Emma tried to do the murders, and I gently hugged her neck, which made me a very necromancer. And she died because I hugged her neck. It was odd as fuck. This game does not have good animations with some things. But anyway.
Perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep the secret?
Snary! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the pack. How's it going? How are you doing? Of course.
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Of course not. That's right, he made me change sides. Home will be against it. I can use conviction against him or logic, but logic costs more points. Going too far. Gregory Home will be against it.
I am certain that Sir Gregory would be opposed.
You know nothing. I know Sir Gregory better
That's
than...
against the rules of the conference, Monsieur von Volna. I refuse to go against Sir Gregory.
Right.
Monsieur von Volna, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
I'll tell Home everything. I will report it to your king, dear. Where is von Volner from again? I forget. Prussian. Whatever in the world that is, I'll tell your king. I will tell Mortimer, you ruined the risk of getting the conference cancelled. I'm not good with politics though. Can I read his mind?
He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here.
I'll tell Home. Everything! And then I don't spend effort points. I'll tell Home.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
Oh, game throwing curveballs at me like that.
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Ooh, I calmed him down. Close call. What was that? Close call. You gain 1 skill point in diversion because I succeeded in preventing Von Volner from poisoning me. Oh, he wanted to poison me, not kill me. I see. And Snary, you're alright. How are you? I'm doing good. We're playing the console and we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I found out I'm a demon, so that's cool. Apparently I can possess people and read their minds. So that is interesting. And I have a letter. A forged letter written and signed by Cardinal Piaghi and intended for the Pope. The content will discredit Sir Home in the eyes of the Church. Sir Home is who I want to discredit, I think. And Grease says, tell him this is a holy room, no killing in a holy room. Was there that option? Toxic Dirk says, this is so weird. Oh, it is. This game is not about, you know, not being weird. It's all about the weirdness. But what do you know? Weird is good sometimes. I saw someone else randomly streaming this game on Twitch, and then I thought, that game sounds interesting, I want to see it. And then I saw it and it was on sale, and I said, sure, let's buy it. And then I bought it, and I have been playing it for a while now. On and off, randomly. And what do you know, I'm really enjoying this game. It's weird, it's quirky, but it's very unique and I like it. And Grease says same thing as killing. Yeah, apparently. People die when they are poisoned. And Nani says, demonize me daddy, I will do no such thing, Oni. And Grease says, when you say not in my room, he'd call it holy. Oh, I see. Have you played this game before, Grease? Is that how you know all the answers? Wait, where's her home? Sir Home, where are you? I mean, what the hell am I talking about? Sir Gregory! I mean, Mortimer! Dining room! What? He didn't tell me to join him in the dining room. How was I supposed to infer that? Where is even the dining room again? It's on the bottom floor. How do I change floors again? There we go. The dining room is over there. Is it? Was it? I think it is. So I'll take the stairs to my left. Those are the closest ones. And are these? Yes, these are these stairs. And Grease says no. Huh. And over here. Ish. No, I'm in the wrong place. That's the dining hall. It's all the way over there. Let's run. And the Red Saloon is probably a nickname for a dining room. Or maybe it's because it's actually a red saloon. But I don't remember him telling me like, when you're done, meet me in the red saloon or in the dining hall. He just told me to go back to him. Hence why I went straight up to his study, because that's where I thought he would be. Apparently he wasn't there. And see, it's red. It's red all over. It works up your appetite as it happens. Sir... Oh, there you are. Mortimer. Hello, father.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter.
Oh, father, my first time was great.
I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Oh, father, my first time. I almost jizzed my pants and I checked an old man's pee-pee. It was great, father. I had to do it twice. Had I? Twice. I almost threw up.
Well, honestly, my stomach was just turning in circles.
That reminds me of my first time. Ooh, but you did it.
And Grease says you're not that smart either, but you're reading some clues elsewhere. And Toxic Dirk, you're falling asleep, so you're gonna have to bail. Aw, everybody's bailed. God damn it. I can't hold an audience. But sure thing. Thanks for sticking by, Toxic Dirk. I will try and have a good stream. I will stream for just another hour or until this chapter/episode is done. And thank you very much for sticking around. Hope to see more of you guys later, eventually in the future. Take care and stay awesome. Bye-bye.
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Goodbye, Toxic Dirk.
Brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What do you mean?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Opening your eyes for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
You can say that again. Are you weak? True psychology, though, Gregory Holm. No, you're immune to conviction, and Mortimer, he has other stuff. But yeah, you can say that again.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
What are you afraid that Mortimer will do to me?
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in which...
You act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Right. Right. I am a diamond. I am a man. What am I, truly? I also don't like how this choice was presented. The way Louis said those things felt much like he was looking at the camera and winking and being like, oh, this is the moment where you make your choice. Make it wisely. It didn't feel like organic at all, but what am I? What the fuck am I? I am a demon. I am a man. Agree says Damon is following Gregory. Oh, is it? That's not how I had seen that. Man is following Mortimer. I don't know. That's even worse. It didn't seem like they presented this choice to me like that. Because, you know, theoretically, I am Louis. And whether I possess crazy-ass powers or not, I am still Louis. I have, well, the character. Grew up as Louis, lived a life as Louis, have allegiances, friends, and connections as Louis. The fact that I can read people's thoughts and control their minds doesn't mean I'm not Louis. I'm just like overpowered Louis, but I'm still Louis. So it doesn't really matter whether or not I am a demon or a man. It matters that I am Louis, who can or cannot do whatever. But who do I choose to follow? Leo says demon. Love a heart. And Grease says, oh wait, man is renouncing them both probably. Yeah, that's how I see it. So either I can like decide I am a man, I don't take no sides, I am my own person, or I embrace my demonic nature and then choose who of them to follow. Gregory or Mortimer, or William rather. And as it happens, that's what I was going on about. I am Louis. And the fact that I can, you know, possess people and whatever doesn't change the fact that I'm Louis. It means that I'm different from everyone else, but doesn't mean that overnight I would change sides and be like, fuck these humans, I'm not like them anymore. I am myself. And I live in this world, and the best for me and for this world is blank. But who am I? There's no point in denying what I already know. That is that I'm a demon. That I can do demonic things. Agria says demon could offer the choice of choosing either one. Is there a save function? No. This game has autosave and it doesn't allow me to go back. If I want to redo choices, I have to replay the entire chapter. I am a demon.
It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying.
And I'll be left on my own. Forever. I'm a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So?
Not the same argument I would choose, but anyway.
What do you choose, Louis?
Join forces with Home or join forces with Mortimer. Make sure that the monarchy endures and people are hurted by the demons, or join forces with Mortimer. Free humanity to an extent and make sure that they are driven to a better future. Have any of you guys ever played any Shin Megami Tensei game? All of them have like 3 possible endings as a staple of the series, which is always the lawful ending, the neutral ending, and the chaotic ending. It's always like that with Shin Megami Tensei. The idea is that the neutral ending is where all the adventure was all for naught. You kind of revert the world back to its original state before the demons invaded and shit, and everything remains the way it is, with people having complete free will. You enter a lawful. You get the lawful ending where everybody like renounces their freedom for the good. So everybody just becomes like good, and everybody becomes like lawful. Crimes stop, poverty stops, injustice stops, but people lose their free will. The world is good, but nobody can do whatever they want. Everybody's doing stuff for the greater good. And there's the chaotic ending where people get their free will, like a shitload of free will, but in the end, people who are also, you know, using their free will to do evil things keep on doing evil things and even escalate their evilness further. So the Shin Megami Tensei's game always have those 3 endings to choose from: the lawful ending, the neutral ending, and the chaotic ending. And this reminds me of that. Also, this music that is playing is with those xylophones and whatnot completely contrasts with the weight of the decision I have to make. But fuck it, I'm gonna join forces with Mortimer. I already knew that from the very get-go. I was just talking over to expose what I think about this whole situation. Gris says, okay, so Manny is refusing them both, and you have played Persona games, which is kind of similar. Yeah, it is. Leo says his face powder is scary. And anyone played The Legacy of Kain? I heard of them. Played a little bit, but back when I didn't know anything, so you might as well say I haven't. And then it says, I'm so chaotic that Doug and Sam will kill you. I will not kill you, Oni. It helps that you're chaotic. I will join forces with Mortimer. Sorry, Gregory.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come.
And then it goes just like Indigo Prophecy at the very end, where they're like, okay, so it's time for the final battle. Then everybody gets Matrix powers and start jumping and flying around and shit goes crazy, and you're like, what?
Follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Oh, it's not done yet. There's more. So that's weirdly shitty. Because for the entirety of the game I was like, okay, Mother is telling me that Sir William is bad, so I'm trying to drive people away from him. But now I end up siding with him. So Sir William is completely underpowered because I spent the entire 3 first episodes undermining him. And now I find that I work beside him, so go figure.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is
You.
A big penis.
My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
All right. I successfully falsified the letter for the Pope. I successfully chose to discredit Sir Gregory in my letter to the Pope. I also successfully learned of my new power. I temporarily became allied to Lord Mortimer for the continuation of the conference. I successfully succeeding in stopping Von Warner from poisoning me. I successfully found out where I can pick up all Zif, did I? What? I have never done that. What the hell are you talking about, game? I didn't. What? Sure, whatever you say. And I also successfully learned that Sir Holm gave a mission to Von Warner. Oh yeah, that he did, ish. I never learned what it was, but fuck it. Grease says it's funny, someone on the Steam forum has mentioned a Shin Megami Tensei plot. Have they? Leo says, wait, what? Grease says something about Mortimer playing you with manipulation and Gregory trying to get your help without mentioning connections. Leo says self-defeating much, Doug. Not really. And RN Mikey says a big penis is always quite the asset. It is. Also, hello there, Mikey. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Leo says, or being able to take one. Oh boy. But no, Leo, I'm not self-defeating much. I'm just saying that from the very get-go, as soon as this game said, go, play it, we have had, like, people tell us, don't trust Sir William. Don't trust Mortimer. And they have been very adamant about not trusting Mortimer. And time again, I have been presented with opportunities to turn people away from Mortimer, which I have been doing. Because Mother also went like, don't trust Mortimer. Take people away from Mortimer. And I was like, sure, Mother, I will do that. But now, in the end, I found out that there is a bigger plan at stake. I did not know about the bigger plan until now. The bigger picture. And now I found out that, you know, there is a bigger picture. And this bigger picture is shitty at best. And I have to pick a side. Either be myself and be like, fuck no, I will do whatever. Or pick a side. Holm or Mortimer. So I ended up picking up Mortimer's side, which is the one that made the most sense to me personally. It's the ending I personally want to do. But as I do that, I realize now that the entire game I have been undermining Mortimer, and now Mortimer is severely undermined. Because of me. So I suppose that this last episode will just be me trying to change everybody's mind. Like, hey, you know how I said you not to trust Mortimer? I was wrong. I trust him now, so you should trust me. That you should trust him. Ha ha ha. And also, there's a couple people that died, so this whole voting thing is gonna go kinda awkward when they realize that, hey, where is Lady Hillsborough? Oh, she's dead. Oh, she had a twin, and they're both dead. What? How did that happen? It's gonna get tricky, so that's what I'm saying. Which is good, because that means that this game's plot is gripping and I'm enjoying it so far, but I lied straight into every single one of yours' faces. I said that this was the finale because I didn't remember where I had left off, and as it happens, I had left off not close to the last episode. I left off in the first half of the second to last episode, so there's more. Oh well. And Leo, you are speaking from personal experience. Oh my. And Grease says, you did when you examined Volner's paper, the lock on Al Azif. Oh yeah. I mean, that barely even register, but sure. And Mikey says bottom, and Leo says power bottom, and Mikey says even better. And Leo says mental dumb even. Oh boy. And Grease says, he says he'll do it, but what promise does he make to do it? Can he back up said promise for change? That is true. Mortimer can say that that's his intentions, but then again he can always change his mind. But he presented convincing arguments, and worse comes to shove, I have the lance of Longinus, so if I want I can kill him. I can go and say, Father, I trusted you and you betrayed my trust. Have a spear, and then I can do the boop on his heart with my very sharp spear. That's a thing I can do. I have a choice to murder my own father if I choose to do so. So there you go. And look at that, I completed objectives, I unlocked traits, revealed character traits, and exploited vulnerabilities, because that be what I do. And I guess I leveled up twice, which is good. I'll have lots of level for the next time in the council. Which is gonna get super duper tricky, because apparently next time all my decisions will be very final, so I should spend my points wisely. So there's no more chance of me leveling up science and erudition, but I can still level up my level 1 abilities so I can do more stuff, such as diversion is good, vigilance is good as well. Agility, I mean, who knows what I may or may not have to do, so agility could be useful. And I guess politics? So using those things takes less points. And linguistics is kind of tricky, but it barely ever comes into play. Not that often. And if it does, it's probably going to be Latin, and I can always pause the game and use Google to translate Latin. And if it comes to another language, I can always, try and figure it out myself. If it's a Romance language, then I can already go. I already have a good enough starting point, so I will do that. The Council, a Big Bad Wolf game, developed by those people who may or may not be French. And Greer says, how can you be sure that Mortimer won't stab you in the back? I am not. For all I know, he could. He might. I will appeal to his sense of... The argument that he presented is that he fears for his species. He knows that the demons are a limited species going on, and he wants to know more about themselves. And if there's less of them around, it's worse for him. So he wants to know where they are, who they are, and what's going on with them. So I would assume that he does not want to kill me. He actually wants me to learn how it goes and how to get better at that, at being a demon. So I'm choosing to believe him, just as he's choosing to, reveal information to me. Also, weirdly enough, as soon as he was like, Louis, come here, you're a demon. I was like, what? I'm a demon? And he was like, yes, you're a demon. And as soon as that happened, I'm apparently like, Jacques, Napoleon, Gregory, everybody knew I was a demon. So, what even? Luis Maurus de Richer, does he have another name? It doesn't show up whenever. Leo says, spare the dying, or spare the dying. And Oni says, my onion suit is wet for more council stuff. So is mine, Oni. My dog, you see, is wet for more the council. I wanna know how this game ends. Oh, thanks to me! Aw. You're welcome, game. Focus Home Interactive. And Big Bad Wolf game. Aw. Oh, shush you. Making me blush. And Leo says, TMI, Oni. And Greer says, wait, do you have a staff for the spear or just the spearhead? Apparently I just have the spearhead, but that's the important part. I don't need the spear. I don't need the staff itself. I just need the spearhead. And yeah, would you look at that? It's a French production. Because Focus Home Interactive is a French company. I don't know about Big Bad Wolf Gaming, but I do know that Focus Home Interactive is a French-based publisher. Fuck! There's only 3 more chapters and we're done. Choose a quest. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I wanted to go back and make changes, what I can do is go back to Face, replay that, and then I get to choose a different Hillsborough twin to kill, so either Emily or Emma. I don't remember which one I chose the first time around, but I chose the other one and I kill the right one. So at the end, in the farewell chapter where me and Mother get to talk, she won't have been killed by Emma. Which means I probably get to talk to Mother, she reveals a secret about where I come from. But I guess that she's like, oh, now that you know who and what you are, I don't want you anymore, and she goes, and that's why the chapter is named Farewell. I guess. But I would assume it's that. Or I can go back to Farewell chapter and say like, fuck this. And as soon as I get into the foyer, I say, oh, Mortimer, you want to tell me that I am a demon? Sorry, but no, I have to go save my mother. And ignore him and go save my mother. Then I get to save my mother, but I don't get the mind-reading powers. Not that I would need them if I'm replaying the game, you know. So, if I wanted to change those choices, I could do that. And that's about it. But yeah, there's 3 more chapters to play. The final vote. Something I can't read exactly what it says. It says something in jail and the last move. So, there's a lot going on next time. But next time won't happen today. Next time will happen the next time. We will begin playing the council. The last episode, I will make an extra long stream to make sure we finish this game. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this game because goddamn, I am enjoying playing the council. Leo says, would a spearhead count as a dagger or a short sword? I think it would count as a very unwieldable dagger. Who knows even? And one of us says, hello, and are you ending? What the frick? Yes, I am ending. I played an entire game today. I played 3.5 hours of games. I need to go pee. I drank too much coffee and I have not yet had my bathroom break, but the game ended, so I am free to go take a piss, finally. And Chris, you said mine jail. It says mine jail. Oh, I see. Oh, thanks. I was not able to read it. Only says yes. Good scrub. At 1:04, you just got home, boo-hoo. And PM play more. No, I have to work on the comic. Tomorrow's the day I have to update the new page of the comic, and I have not even started working on it, which I will go do. So, no. But anyway, thank you guys, delicious boys and girls, for joining over the stream, watching me play the rest of the 4th chapter of what's this thing called again? The Council. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did, and I hope should be able to play more real soon. Finish up the Council, see what the hell this story ends up. Where the hell this story ends up? Oh, that made me twitch. And then, you know, we would be done with another game, which is what I said I would do. I would go and finish more games, and that's what I'm doing. I'm finishing up all those games I started. But once again, thank you guys so very much for joining up on the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me play the Council. And thanks again, Lino, if you're still there. Thanks again for the raid. I highly appreciate it. If you're not there anymore, then, well, thanks for the raid, nonetheless. And thanks everyone who raided the channel for sticking around, if you did. So very much. And Saris says, thanks for the stream. Oh, thank you for being here, Saris. And Stu says, enjoy your day, Dag. You know I will. I'll enjoy a lot of my day. But before I go enjoy my day, it's time I go and raid one of our many friends with whatever. There's like a whole lot of people playing games. Can go out, check Spiker Conim. He's playing some town classes The Division 2. Bronze Tiger, he's playing some Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and you know that game is hard, so you should check him out. It's kind of like the Dwarven Mines game, whatever, I forget what it's called, Dwarf Fortress. Go check him out. But we're gonna go and raid a Buff Pup who's doing some face rig, and I'm curious to see what the hell is up with those face rigs. So go check her out. And other than that, I'll be seeing you guys later. By later, I mean tomorrow at the same time. And other than that, have a delicious day of the chores. And take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Don't forget to check my Twitter and my Discord channels. There's links down below, and if you type in !Twitter, !Discord, you can also see those.